Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Today in the What I Know. In this video, we'll discuss an order issued by the Pentagon for its defense industry to quadruple weapons production, all to replenish stocks and prepare for China in the Pacific. According to reports published by Newsweek and the Wall Street Journal, the Pentagon has instructed weapons and missile suppliers to dramatically increase production of 12 priority systems, including interceptors like the Patriot. The goal, according to these sources, is to double or even quadruple current production rates. Indeed, Lockheed Martin, one of the world's largest defense companies, has already received nearly $10 billion to produce approximately 2,000 Mi-6 PAC-3s by 2026. The objective is clear: to replenish stockpiles depleted after more than 3.5 years of intense supplies to Ukraine and the endless conflicts in the Middle East, including the recent 12-day war between Israel and Iran. But why this effort? Right now, according to some experts, American weapons stockpiles are dangerously low, especially those of certain types of weapons, such as long-range air defenses. Indeed, in July of this year, the Pentagon even paused shipments of precision munitions and air defense missiles to Ukraine, citing concerns about its dwindling stockpiles. This includes items like the Patriot, which have become crucial in Ukraine's defense against Russian attacks, and have also been extensively used by Israel against missiles launched by Iran and the Yemeni Rus, developed in the 1980s. The Patriot is the West's primary long-range air defense system, with proven capabilities to intercept ballistic missiles and high-altitude aircraft. In Ukraine, it represented a turning point in the air defense of key military depots and installations, enabling defense against feared Russian ballistic missiles such as the Iskander. However, intensive use with hundreds of these missiles launched between 2024 and 2025 alone has depleted American reserves. Lockheed Martin plans to increase production to up to 2,000 units per year, but this requires billions of dollars in investment and a global supply chain that is under severe strain. To understand this urgency, we need to go back in time. The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 marked the beginning of a massive flow of American weapons to Kyiv. To date, the United States has shipped over $50 billion worth of military equipment, including thousands of Javelin, Stinger, and of course, Patriot missiles. And this has come at a cost, with expert reports indicating that the American industrial base has not kept pace, leading to a rapid reduction in stockpiles. Now in 2025, with the war still ongoing, the Pentagon has had to review shipments to avoid becoming vulnerable. And in the Middle East, the situation is even more volatile. Conflicts with Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen have consumed staggering numbers of American naval missiles, with the U.S. Navy increasing its fleet from 2 to 5 destroyers to protect Israel in the Red Sea this year alone. And then there was the 12-day war between Israel and Iran, with the Israelis launching massive airstrikes against Iranian military and nuclear facilities, and Iran responding with a veritable hail of ballistic missiles, with estimates indicating that more than 600 were launched against Israel during this period. The Israelis intercepted more than 80% of the Iranian missiles, thanks in part to the Patriot missiles supplied by the United States. But the result was even more depleted American stockpiles and a stark lesson in vulnerability in high-intensity wars. The main culprit for this situation was the American and European disinvestment in mass arms production after the end of the Cold War. With the collapse of the Soviet Union, the West decided to invest heavily in technology and quality, but completely disregarded quantity, believing that from then on conflicts would be completely asymmetrical, involving large coalitions of countries against weaker nations. The result would be extremely advanced weapons, such as the Patriots, but in insufficient quantities for the high-intensity wars we are seeing around the world today. And in this context of depleted stockpiles, the Pentagon makes no secret of its greatest concern being possible Chinese aggression in the Pacific, especially against Taiwan and the Philippines. The arms race between the United States and China is in full swing, with China expanding its Navy and missile forces, while Washington strengthens alliances in the region. And in the South China Sea, territorial disputes are increasingly heated, with China claiming virtually the entire sea. Recent violent incidents, such as Chinese patrols and clashes with Philippine vessels, further heighten tension, and Taiwan remains the main flashpoint. Chinese aircraft entries into Taiwan's air defense identification zone soared from a few in 2020 to over 3,000 in 2024 alone, with partial data for 2025 already alarming, raising fears of a multi-front Chinese attack to alter the balance of power, exploiting the current weakness of American stockpiles. With the war in Ukraine still ongoing and the United States still supplying massive quantities of weapons and missiles to Israel, another high-intensity conflict, this time in the Pacific would be too much even for the United States at current weapons production rates. Hence the urgent order issued by the Pentagon to increase production rates by up to 4 times. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates.